we'll go on to the next talk, which is Mihaela Verga, who is from the Department of Geomorphology, Pedology and Geomatics at the University of Bucharest in Romania. And if you go ahead and share your screen and test your microphone.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Fantastic. Okay, so if you go
perfect.
ahead and share your screen, I'll read your title.
Okay.
So the talk today will be on environment vulnerability in different cultural heritage sites of Romania. Okay, so you've got full screen, so the floor is yours. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Susan. Hello again. I'm glad to be here with you representing Romania. For sure, I'm not the most representative woman geomorphologist of Romania. I have many talented and dedicated colleagues whom, through their work, contributed to the development of this science. One of these ladies is my colleague Andreea Topârceanu Andra, together with whom we have achieved many of the research projects whose results I bring to your attention today. So, as you said, the theme I propose today is geomorphic environment vulnerability in different cultural heritage sites of Romania. The main objective of this presentation is to inventory different heritage sites and to determine their spatial distribution in order to analyze the composition and structure of geomorphic environment and also to highlight its weakness, this geomorphic environment weakness, and to identify the factors which may cause this fragility. Geographical settings of Romanian territory show a great diversity of landforms arranged in a concentrical model of tiered steppes. The Carpathian Arch, the highest one, in a central position with Transylvanian Plateau in the middle, and hilly regions of Subcarpathians and other plateaus, plains toward the exterior. Accordingly, a certain typology of the heritage sites could be identified. Dacian stronghold from ancient times, like Sarmizegetusa Regia and Sarmizegetusa Ulpia Traiana in the Carpathians, along with some castle and palace from the medieval period, such as Huneazi-Lor Castle. Some fortified churches and peasant stronghold and fortress in the Transylvanian Plateau. Old churches with painted outer walls in Moldavia, but also in Getic Plateau and also in Romanian plains. Old Roman and Greek citadels, mosques in Dobruja plateaus. As you can see, the numerous citadel and strongholds, fortified churches with defensive role were built in different periods, and their special distribution can be explained in relation with some socio-historical factors. Some of these historical buildings, most of them with defensive roles, were built along the border of historical Romanian principalities, which were under different suzerainty and overlapped over the Carpathians. During the medieval time, a different form of defense congregation was organized, especially in the Transylvania Plateau, by the union of several villages and they built a peasant fortress on the highest peak nearby, close to the ancient roads, commercial roads. But the precise location of these edifices was determined mostly by the specificity of relief and also by the geological factors. Those isolated dominant landforms that provided protection preventing the enemy from entering were preferred. But these areas are also those characterized by a potential instability precisely because of their features that ensure instability, such as altitude. Sorry? I'm sorry. May I continue?
Yes, please. Sorry, that was just somebody who hadn't closed their microphone. Please continue.
Okay, thank you. Following this map, it is obvious that the most of the heritage sites are located in areas with high probability of gravitational processes. This motivates us the need to analyze the vulnerability of the geomorphological environment for different heritage sites of national and international importance. The vulnerability is understood as an expression of risk exposure, showing the weakness of the natural or anthropogenical system. In order to determine the vulnerability of geomorphic environment of some different heritage sites, we follow different stages. First of all, we try to identify the sustainability and to identify and to determine the susceptibility indices for each site, action required for drawing up the geomorphological process and hazard map. The summative method of I don't know what happens. Okay. The summative methods that we applied in order to determine the vulnerability involves the granting scores for each parameters depending on their importance in triggering geomorphological processes. For calculation of vulnerability, we use a specific formula which is regulated by the Romanian law regulation. This formula involves different factors which are very important in order to determine the spatiality for each level of vulnerability. As I say, this formula is regulated in Romania through these legal decisions regarding the manner of drafting and the content of natural hazard and risk maps. From all the factors which are involved in the determination of vulnerability, we have focused on the first two ones, lithological but also structural criterion and geomorphological criterion, in order to determine the vulnerability for the geomorphic environment. The methods of investigating the geological environment and morphological support of historical monuments should be non-destructive. I don't know why the sharing is stopped so often. I'm sorry, it's not my fault.
Please go on. No, it's okay. It's probably the internet connection. Please don't worry. Just restart it. It works fine.
Okay, thank you. The geoelectrical methods play a non-invasive diagnostic tool useful in studies of maintenance and rehabilitation of historical monuments. Geophysical parameters investigated in our survey is apparent resistivity, an intrinsic property of how strong the ground opposes to the flow of direct electrical current. We do this to accomplish some hidden features of geomorphic processes. The vertical electrical sounding method is using Schlumberger type array with 4 collinear electrodes. This vertical electrical sounding interpretation highlight physical characteristic of lithology, the type of deposits, of lithological limits, groundwater, slide plains, pluvial and sewage infiltration, and also the types of mass movement. Self-potential method emphasized the underground water flow, and some self-potential network survey consisting in 1 square meters cells were applied only on some ancient pavements in order to reveal the infiltration but also the exfiltration. In addition to resistivity measurement, the induced polarized method provide us some more information about the spatial variation of lithology and shallow deposits. Also, morphometric analysis was performed by means of spatial distribution of slope and hypsometry parameters. The maps were generated based on the contour extracted from the topographical map at the scale 1 to 10,000, corroborated with a digital elevation model obtained from interpolation of points recorded by topographical measurement in the field. For the analysis of geomorphological processes, some field survey were applied. The interpretation of geophysical, lithological, geomorphological parameters allow us to set up the spatial distribution of the different degree of vulnerability for the sites, for the heritage sites of interest related to the characteristic of surface geomorphological and hydrogeological hazard. The main causes of the land instability derives from the morphological features of the patrimonial building sites. The location of such buildings, especially those with defensive role, overlaps with certain specific features that ensure inaccessibility. These landforms are prone to different processes related to superficial deposits, but also very important are the factors like lithology, hydrogeological features, and structural aspects. We will analyze in line. So the landforms where these buildings, where these edifices were built, are mostly towered isolated landforms dominant by altitude, such as peaks, hilltops, hummock, mounds, but also some narrow ridges with wide perspective view were preferred for the emplacement of historical sites, peripheral steppe and rocky slopes, and also some wetland or swamps land nearby. These landforms has high potential of transformation, inducing land instability. As we see, the narrow ridges with steep slope, and also with a great perspective view. These kind of buildings were used for their defensive roles. This instability is induced by the landforms due to the predisposition for some certain processes, such as gravitational processes like landfalls, rockfalls, but also processes which are led by the water runoff or surface water. These processes are in accord with lithological and hydrogeological condition. Most of the heritage sites are laced to sedimentary strata like limestone, sandstone, sandy clay, or even more soft deposits like clay, marl, or salt diapir. Only some of them were built on metamorphic or even volcanic rocks, like this citadel of Deva in this image. From the point of the strata decline, the structure for the most heritage site is quasi-horizontal or monoclinal. Also, the hydrological aspects are very important in these triggering processes. The phreatic level, water table, or direction of drainage are also involved in dynamic of morphological surface. The most affected but also involved in these processes are shallow deposits, the weathering bedrock, which are more mobile and more sensitive to the changes of the subaerial condition of modeling. We try to identify some representative sites of interest according to their position in relationship with landforms and processes which determine the geomorphic environment. One of these interest sites is the princely fortress of Suceava. It is located in the northeast part of Romania in Moldavia Plateau. This historical buildings was the playing role of the leader for Moldavia Principality. And its duration is from the medieval period. Our vertical electrical sound surveys show the relationship between the water infiltration and also the oscillation of ground, the changing of groundwater level in order to trigger some processes like active landslide and also real erosion. Even this heritage site was the subject of reconstruction process, of a complex reconstruction process during 2011 and 2016. Some natural processes wasn't stopped. The absence of
just 2 more minutes. So if you
can
wrap up in the next 2 minutes, that'd be great.
Okay. Another fortress representative for the Carpathian side of Romanian territory is Râșnov Fortress, where the geomorphic environment is affected by the rock falls on southwest side of steep slope, and also landslide on the northeastern and southeastern part. Another important site is Sighișoara Medieval City. It's the largest inhabited medieval city from the southeast Europe. So that's why it's very important to assure a safe living environment. I will go to direct the vulnerability map. So we found that the vulnerability is related with the specific of landforms, which is cut-off terrace, riverine cut-off terrace. The most areas affected by processes are located in the northwestern part and also in the east due to the shallow deposit, but also due to the fillings with anthropogenic causes. In the middle of inhabited areas, the geomorphic vulnerability is rather low, which is very important for the inhabitants. Comana Monastery is representative for the south part of Romania, being located in Romanian plain, and it is represented by the fluvial lacustrine morphological surface. The most important processes which affect the walls of this building are creeping, subfusion, and also real erosion. And the Roman edifice with mosaic, it's a very representative mosaic from the Dobroja Plateau. Also the analysis, the geoelectrical sounding, and also the self-potential methods allow us to understand why this edifice is the subject of many cracks and superficial processes. This vulnerability map allow us to identify some high and very high, extremely high vulnerability in the vicinity of these important edifices. To conclude, it is important to assure a sustainability preservation for the heritage site, but for this it is necessary to understand how the geomorphic system evolved due to the driving factors. Considering specific morphological features, the heritage sites are characterized by a potential to medium to high instability. Geomorphological processes identified in the area of interest are mostly slow but continuous mechanism with seasonal variation. The increasing pressure of human activities, tourism included, related with local features of landforms, amplified the dynamic of terrestrial surfaces, endangering the historical buildings above. By assessing the present dynamic of landscape changes, the occurrence of geomorphic hazards can be easily identified, and thus irreversible damage could be prevented. Thank you very much, and sorry for this.
Thank you. No, it worked great.
Not being time, I can find my words. Not being in
it's okay. Thank you very much. So I'm afraid very fascinating talk, but we don't have any time for questions on that. But I'm sure that Mihaela will be happy to receive your emails or answer questions in the chat if you have questions. So please put